Hello and welcome to Developmental Assessment. My name is Samantha Fritz and I'm the director of our feature today, entitled Scenario D. The video stars Danielle Locascio as Mrs. Finch, Maggie Amundsen as Mrs. Smith, and Coty Lessler as Mr. Smith. Please enjoy.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yes, it does.
Dan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Mrs. Finch, the guidance counselor. Come into my office. Please come sit down. I really appreciate you both taking the time out of your busy schedule. So you know that we've been having a few issues with Jacob, and I just thought we'd discuss that with you.
Yeah, I heard he's having troubles in gym class. Tell me what's going on.
Well, Mr. Johnson, the physical education teacher, has come to me. He said that Jacob has been being pretty aggressive during gym class and just acting out a lot towards other students.
Aggressive how? Our nanny tells us that Jacob's really well behaved at home.
Well, there's been several occasions, just to name a few. Jacob has hit a student with a baseball bat. He's also, Mr. Johnson told me that he deliberately threw a dodgeball at a student's head, and that's just to name a few.
Oh, excuse me, I have to take this. Mr. Smith.
I'm really sorry about that. Work's really a big priority for him right now.
So where were we?
So you mentioned you have a nanny. What kind of role does she play in Jacob's life?
Well, me and Mr. Smith are usually at the door like really early in the morning. So she puts him on the bus, picks him up from school, feeds him dinner, and sometimes she lets him play video games at night. But me and Mr. Smith are at home till really late at night most nights.
Do you know what kind of video games he's playing?
Well, we got him a bunch for Christmas. His favorite one's the new Call of Duty. He plays it all the time.
Do you think that affects him with the video games, the violent video games?
I definitely do think that can have an effect on his behavior. Studies have shown violent video games tend to provoke violent behavior. Kids don't necessarily know how to separate the fiction of the video game from reality.
Sounds like we're gonna have a conversation with Andy about this, definitely.
We sure do.
So what I have here is a description of parenting styles and some childhood temperaments that I think can help give us a little insight on the situation. So these are the parenting styles. We have authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, and uninvolved. So an authoritative parent, they're going to be highly involved in their child's life. They're going to have appropriate control, so they're not going to be overly controlling or under controlling, and they're going to allow their child to have a little bit of freedom.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. Authoritarian parenting, so they don't have a lot of involvement, they're very controlling, and they tend to not allow a lot of freedom. Permissive parenting, they're very warm and accepting towards their children, not very involved. Their control is either too controlling or under controlling. And then we have the uninvolved parent, not involved in their child's life, not very accepting, they don't spend a lot of time, and they lack control of their child needs, so allowing their child to have a lot of free reign. So the temperaments that we have are easy, difficult, and slow to warm up. An easy child, they're going to have a very regular schedule, they're going to adapt to their situations very well, and they're generally cheerful. Difficult children, they won't have a very set routine, they will not adapt well to new experiences, and they tend to have a very negative reaction to things. Slow to warm up children, these children can be very inactive, they take their time adapting, and they're kind of negative in mood. So I think Jacob sounds like he may have some difficult tendencies. But the goal here is not to label Jacob, we're going to try to provide guidance on how to alleviate the issue at hand. We're trying to reduce his aggressive behavior. It sounds like we need to come up with some strategies to help you to become more involved in Jacob's life.
Okay.
Sounds good, but with work and all that, it's kind of hard to rearrange our schedules. I know I'm away on business all the time.
Well, Miss Finch seems to think this is a big deal, so Jacob's our number one priority right now, so we definitely have to change some stuff.
Sounds good.
It could be as simple as getting down for family dinner together. You can communicate with Jacob a little better, ask him how his day was, how he liked school, who his friends are. I think it would really help you communicate with your son better and be more involved.
We definitely can have dinner a few times a week together. I'll definitely try and schedule that in. And what do you think about the video games? Should we cut them out completely from him?
Well, I suggest at the very least limiting the time that he spends playing them, or maybe just limiting it to just the weekends, but I will leave that up to your discretion.
Okay.
We're gonna have to discuss this more when we get home, but thank you for bringing this to our attention. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yes, thank you so much for your suggestions and information. We're definitely gonna find more time to spend with Jacob too. We definitely need to be more involved.
Thank you guys again for coming. If you have any questions at all,
Thank you
please
very much.
feel free to call.
Yes, thank you so much.
Nice meeting you both.
Nice meeting you too.
Thank you.